Baby girl, if when you look in the mirror, if when you look in the mirror, you see Mighty Joe Young, that's your business. Ça c'est business foul. If when you look in the mirror, you see, ça c'est business foul. Ça c'est business foul. That's your business. Bitch, when I look in the mirror, I see a goddess. And you see it too. I see a goddess, baby. During Black Women's I Stand with Spice Month, bitch, I see a goddess. What's up, guys? It's your sister. I'm so sorry, y'all. I've been gone for a little minute. I've been going through some changes, yeah, man, your sister been going through some changes. A lot of stuff is going on, which is good. You know, I'll update you guys on those changes in another video, but just know it's a lot of changes going on. Good changes. But anyway, y'all, let's just go ahead and get into this episode of Just a Couple Things. You know, Just a Couple Things is my video that I make when I just want to just like, you know, give my thoughts on a couple of things that are going on in the culture, the news, or whatever. So let's get right on into it. Erica Mena calling Spice a blue monkey, right? We've all seen the footages. It's been, what, 2 weeks of this going on, and I haven't spoken about it on my channel because I talked about it on Dish Nation.
It's just the irony of a white Latina woman who's been proven to call not only Black women, but Black people in general monkeys over and over again throughout the years. The irony of it all, because in 2023, here you are actually morphing into a Black woman. Like, you're literally like black fishing, and then you're
like a reverse Sammy Sosa.
Make it make sense. And I don't care what Spice said. I don't care. We're not watching Barney and Friends. This is Love and Hip Hop. It is the lowest of the low. I used to be part of the franchise, which is why I quit, because you're always set in position to be this vile. Her saying monkey, that's racist.
It is.
It is racist, and you are used to calling Black people monkeys.
So this clip has been seen millions of times. And first of all, I want to start off with this, right? Everybody has different opinions when it comes to things like this, right? I don't feel that just because people have different opinions that it gives you the right to like call them names or to bash them online, you know what I mean? And I do feel like I saw a lot of shit being said about Tamar that I just felt like, okay, y'all, like, you can give your opinion without being totally disrespectful to someone. That's number one. But number two, Tamar's take wasn't just Tamar's take. There were hundreds of thousands of people who felt the same way. And their whole thing is, you know what, you say something about my kids, or, you know, you say something about my family or whoever, you know, all gloves are off. And I am of that belief. Like, to me, I don't have kids yet. But if, you know, you say something about my future kids, I'm liable to lay hands on you, and not for prayer. You know what I'm saying? If you say something about my family members, I'm liable to lay my hands on you, and not for prayer. You know what I mean? We're not going to be praying. We're not going to be touching and agreeing. We're not going to be touching and agreeing. I will be detaching your esophagus from your shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's going to be the goal. However, the first thing that comes to my mind when I'm arguing with someone is not racism. It's not xenophobia. It's not colorism. You know what I'm saying? And I feel that a lot of us have internalized a lot of those things. For one, I'm a dark-skinned girl. I've been called colorist things from the time I was a little kid to now. There's certain things I could post up now that I've seen posted about my looks, the way I look, especially in the Haitian community. Oh, from the time I started making jokes, 2017, I mean, I got called all type of rodents, all types of monkeys, all types of things for my features by the Haitian community. Until this day, like if something happens, the first thing they do is they start talking about my looks and the way I look, and they start comparing me to different animals and comparing me. Like I've gotten that so many times, and I feel like I internalized that. Like as a kid growing up in Miami, it was nothing for me to be called a roach and for me to call another dark-skinned girl a black ass roach. Like it was nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? But then you grow up, and in my case, I've made those mistakes sometimes even publicly. And I had to unlearn that behavior. I had to unlearn that because it was internalized in me. The same way I feel like xenophobia is internalized in a lot of you. A lot of y'all, especially when you're arguing with someone who's black, but they're not black. You know what I mean? Like they're not black where you come from. Maybe they're an immigrant. And so now you go to the xenophobia, you know what I mean? Or as what we just saw with Erica, when she called Spice a monkey.
And not only did she call Spice a monkey, she went outside and started imitating an orangutan. Like, you know what I mean? Like she imitated that. So it wasn't just her calling her a monkey, it was the act. And then not only her calling her a monkey and reenacting a monkey's actions, but then now that it's aired, now she's given you all, the public, another way to insult a black woman that looks like Spice, okay? So this is not as simple as you guys make it seem as just an argument. No. This is overt racism. That's what it is.
Here's the thing, okay? First of all, black people defending this, y'all look stupid as fuck. You just look stupid as fuck. Fighting to give someone who is a white Latina, and I said what the fuck I said. She's a white Latina. Fighting for somebody who's non-black, fighting somebody who's a white Latina, fighting for somebody who's white to be able to say racist things to you as a black person is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my fucking life. And even now with her apology, if you go in her comment section, there are people in her comment section, well, you know, I'm a dark-skinned Jamaican, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Like literally, you just go in the comment section and you will see the stupidity. You will see black women, black people telling her you did nothing wrong. Oh, she said something about her kids. Is Spice gonna be fired for saying something about your child? First of all, this is love and hip hop. We've seen Erica bring up people's children. Spice is not the only person who's done that. In this same season that's airing, I haven't watched Love and Hip Hop since I left the show. But there are several clips of her bringing up people's children. There's even a clip with her and Scrappy where she's bringing up Scrappy's kid on behalf of Bambi. Oh, what about your kids? What about your kids? And he's like, no, what about your kid? What about your kid? You know what I'm saying? Like, Spice bringing up her child had nothing to do with her seeing black people as monkeys. There's been so many screenshots, so many articles written about this girl calling people monkeys. So Spice bringing up her child, no. This is how she sees black people. You know why? Because she's not black. And for those of you guys who were in my comments when I posted my Dish Nation clip calling her a white Latina, oh, but she's Dominican, she's Puerto Rican, she's Dominican. First of all, that's not a good reason. Okay? First of all, you can go to DR right now and you will see people who look like me tell you, I know black. That is literally a running joke in the Dominican about Dominicans. Them saying, I know black. Okay? There are black Dominicans. There are Spaniards. What are Spaniards? Let's take it back. Let's take it back. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. You know, let's take it back, right? I'm Haitian. And I'm gonna start off with that because, again, when y'all be coming in my comments trying to check me on certain shit, bitch, I'm Haitian. Okay? So I'm looking at it at a whole, through a whole other lens than you. I'm a Haitian girl who grew up in South Florida. That's another layer. The most racism I have ever faced as a black woman was from white Cubans in South Florida. Do your fucking research. Do your fucking research. Do your research on the Cuban Revolution and what led to the socialist movement and what led to Cubans revolting against their government at the time, which led to Lord have mercy, I forgot the man's name who won the Cuban Revolution and became the dictator. Lord have mercy, what was his name, child? Y'all gonna say in the comments for me. But do your research. There was a huge gap between white and black Cubans. There was a huge wealth gap between the two, and it was driven by their race. Let's go to the Dominican Republic, which once was Haiti. When Haiti was colonized by the French, it was Haiti. Then they changed it to Hispaniola. Okay. Later on, what happens is Spain comes and they take over half of the island. Those people wanted to be Spaniards. What happens when a country colonizes an island? See, I'll tell you, with Haitians, we revolted against our colonizers. But there's still a lot of white Haitians from those colonization times. When Spain came along and they took over the DR, what happens during colonization, guys? What happens? Spaniards come in, there's these Haitians who are now Dominicans because we've colonized it and we've named it the Dominican Republic. And so now as we're colonizing, we are infusing the Spaniard into the island. And so over time, you see people who look like me diminish. And they become lighter, to the point where they're Spaniards. They're just in the Dominican Republic. Do your research. Look up Dominican dictator Trujillo. Trujillo had one Haitian parent, one Dominican parent, and he hated his Haitian blood. He exiled so many Haitians. He massacred so many. There have been so many massacres of Haitians in the DR and on the border of the DR that were executed by Trujillo. Until this day, still happening. Which is crazy because I remember being at the reunion at Love and Hip Hop, and one of my co-stars was like, yeah, you try to make our beef about what happened between the Dominican, what's going on with Dominicans and Haitians. And I was like, no, our beef has nothing to do with that. Somebody asked me about how I feel about that, and I said the facts. The fact is, the reason why the DR and Haitians don't get along is because there's been centuries of massacres, and till this day, they are still killing Haitians. Till this day. And she was like, oh, no, that's not true. That's not true. You're a liar. You're a liar. And I was like, oh, I cannot wait till they air this. But of course, Mona didn't air that. And Mona, I'm going to get on your ass in a little bit too, because you think you Olivia Pope. You are nobody's Olivia Pope. But I remember thinking to myself, oh, they're going to air this shit. And people are going to see that this girl doesn't really stand for what she stands for. But of course, that was never aired. But anywho, look up Trujillo. Look it up. Like, books are there. Books are there. Put Instagram down and pick up a fucking book. Y'all are stupid and willfully stupid. And what's happening is there's a major regression in the black community. And people like Ron DeSantis, who is a white Hispanic, are going to have a field day with you niggas. They're already having a field day. They're removing black history. Why do you think they're going through the lengths that they're going to remove black history from schools? Because while y'all are dumbing down, so will your kids. So will your kids. There's gonna come a point in time where your kids are not gonna understand what it means to be black and what should not be said to a black person. And y'all are at the forefront of that because you're willfully stupid. Fighting for non-black people to say shit to you. That's why I say what you want. I'ma always have respect for the Jewish community. You can't even say to a Jewish person, well, Jewish people own everything. You know why you can't say that? Like, you will literally say, well, I mean, Jewish people, they own everything. And Jewish people will call you anti-Semitic for that. You know why? Because Jewish people own everything was the line that Hitler used to execute them. Literally, to execute them. And that's why till this day, you can't say certain things to the Jewish community. And when you do, there are repercussions for that shit. I really wish black people would do that. Why are you fighting for people to have the right to disrespect you and to say racial slurs to you? Look around you. is ahead of us. And one of the main reasons for that is because they don't play that. Look at the Asians. They have an anti-Asian hate bill. Why? Because they know how to organize. Every other day we organize. They get up and they fucking organize. They don't play that shit. But black people are the only ones who fight for people to have the right to say racial shit to us. It's mind-boggling. Do you think if I was in a heated argument with a Hispanic person, I could be like, yeah, okay, and they hit me with a low blow, you think I could tell that Hispanic, okay, spick? How do you think that would go over for me? ¿Qué? ¿Cómo tú pensar que pasar para mí? How do you think that would go over for me? The black community is the only community that's okay with the bullshit. The only community that's okay with the bullshit. And then I remember it would be some comments here and there. People would leave me comments. Oh, I just feel like you're going so hard for Erica calling Spice a monkey because when you look in the mirror, you feel like you see the same thing. Like, I really took a couple screenshots of people like saying this to me, and I'm like, wait. I had to answer one girl. I said, wait a minute, hold on. Mind you, the girl is dark skinned just like me. I'm like, hold on, babe. I'm like, hold on.
Like, I want y'all to look at this. Like, literally, this is under Tamika Mallory's post where she talked about the fact that Erica was talked to about this, that there was a racial slur, like, on set. She was asked to apologize. She refused to apologize. And, you know, she goes on to talk about how this was a racial slur. And you have this girl coming in my mentions. Oh, I think your offense. Oh, my bad, y'all. I think your offense. Okay. I'm a fence. What kind of fence am I? A picket fence, bitch? I think you're a fence because you see it too when you look in the mirror. I mean, this is our cousins. Embrace it, queen. I want y'all to look at this woman. Like, these are the girls who are fighting for a non-black woman, for a white Hispanic woman to be able to call us a monkey. And then she doubles down and says, yeah, you see it too when you look in the mirror. Like, girl, what the fuck is this?
Wait a minute, hold on. Mind you, the girl is dark skinned just like me. I'm like, hold on, babe. I'm like, hold on. Baby girl, if when you look in the mirror, if when you look in the mirror, you see Mighty Joe Young, that's your business. Ça c'est business pal. That's your business. If when you look in the mirror, you see ça c'est business pal. Ça c'est business pal. That's your business. But let me tell you something right now. During black women's, I stand with Spice because dark-skinned women do not look like blue monkeys. Bitch, when I look in the mirror, I see a goddess. And you see it too. I see a goddess, baby. During black women's, I stand with Spice Month. Bitch, I see a goddess. I see a goddess. Okay? I see a goddess, and so do you. Don't ever play with it. Don't play with it. Get your vision checked. So that you can see yourself the way you should be seeing yourself. Shout out to Mona. She really thought she did her big one with that's handled. Girl, you ain't handled shit. This is all your fault. This is all your fucking fault. You started this. You created this brand of reality television. And you pick and choose what you want to show. I know that firsthand. You pick and choose what you want to show. Why you gonna show this? All y'all had to do was fire her on the spot. And mind you, before I get into her apology, Erica was asked to apologize. This is something that has been made, that we've in the media have been made aware of. There are a couple civil rights leaders that I spoke to or who posted about it who said, no, she was asked, we spoke to her, like she was asked to apologize and she refused. And so Mona, you could have had her fired then and there. The production company could have had her fired. Instead, you guys use this for views. You use racism for views. So you ain't handle shit. You are nobody's Olivia Pope. Your white hat is not a white hat, bitch. Your hat got shit on it. Your hat got caca on it, okay? You do not have a white hat. You have a caca hat, okay? Chapeau pas blanc. Chapeau plein à caca. Okay? So cut the shit. You pick and choose what you want to show. And even now on your show, which I don't watch because I quit, happily so, and I thank God every day, especially when you guys tag me in certain shit on the show, like, you know, apparently there's a cast member on there right now that shows a lot of things that show Haitian culture and voodoo in an incorrect light. And I feel that instead of tagging me, y'all need to be tagging Mona. Mona is Haitian. She's the creator of the show. And she's okay with pushing xenophobia. So handle my ass. Somebody needs to handle you. Let's get to her apology. I'm really, really happy that Erica said she's a woman of color and not a black woman. Because so many of y'all are like, oh, she black. No, she's not. No, she's not. No, she's not. She no black. She no black. During Black Women's I Stand with Spice Month, she no black. And she said it. She's a woman of color. She has 2 black children. Half black. She has 2 black children. And it's funny to me because over the years you've called black people monkey over and over and over again, but you had no problem sleeping with a monkey to have his monkey kids. It ain't nothing for these women of color, these non-blacks to sleep with monkeys to have monkey kids though. But they gonna call us monkeys, especially the women. They gonna call us monkeys, right? Okay, cool. I'm glad she pointed out that she's a woman of color because she's no black. And that's why I don't like saying I'm a woman of color. I'm black. I'm black. Because there is a lot of xenophobia, there's a lot of racism that black people do face from other people of color. And when it comes time to stand with black people, a lot of times people of color will sit their ass down. Okay? I found it very interesting for her to apologize now. You should have been fired then, you should have apologized then. You should have apologized when Spice went live a couple months ago and she aired your ass out. But you did it now because everybody, including all black, was like, yeah, girl, you fired. Which remind me to get into all black because I will not be returning to A La Carte, and I'm going to explain to you why in this video as well. But yeah, she no black. I'm happy that she made that correct. She made that correct statement. She no black. And those of you who were fighting to say that she was, need to put Instagram down and pick up a fucking book. Put Instagram down. Pick up a fucking book. Pick up a book. Oh my God. Y'all are getting stupider by the day. Like, it's just like, I don't know. The thing is, like, I just can't because it affects me. It affects me as a black person when I see other black people being that stupid. Like, pick up a book. It was racist what she said. You're a racist. The racism is in your heart. It's in you. It's in you. And now I want you to take you and your racism, take that shit over to Sábado Gigante. Sábado Gigante. Take it over to Telemundo. It's time that non-blacks who are racist stop having access to black spaces during Black Women's I Stand with Spice Month. Okay? And it's time for black people to fight for that to happen. Do you not see how other people are advancing? That's part of the reason why. They don't give you access to disrespect them in their spaces. It's time for black people to do that. Stop giving access to motherfuckers who see y'all as monkeys. Okay? Next case, let's get into A La Carte. So I wasn't really gonna say anything about A La Carte and me not returning until I saw All Black make their statement about Erica Mena and how, you know, she is gonna be in this upcoming season of Plush, but, you know, after that she won't be. It just was triggering to me because I know that All Black was made aware of a lot of inappropriate, illegal things that were occurring on the set of A La Carte. and they were made aware of a lot of different things from my other castmates, and then I feel that I was like the last person to step forward and say, hey, like, something needs to be done about this, and nothing was done. And so it was just interesting to see them take a stance for, you know, against Erica Mena. I just really wish that, especially amidst the strike that's happening in Hollywood right now, I really hope that this wakes Black networks and Black production companies up and makes them really revise the way that they treat Black actors, Black people that work in these productions, paying them correctly, having the correct boundaries on set. You know, when sex scenes are happening, that there shouldn't be 30 people on sets, you know, watching the sex scene. That, you know, robes should be provided, that genitals should be, you know, totally covered, that contract should be finished before production begins, you know, that shows shouldn't be sold to a network if the show wasn't owned by the production company, that all your I's and your T's should be crossed before you buy a show. You should be making sure that just because somebody's a big name and their big name is attached to the show, you should be making sure that it wasn't stolen from someone else. You know, those are just a couple things that I hope that Black productions in the grand scheme learn to do, and to pay people well, pay people what makes sense. To not use these shows as a get-rich scheme while you watch everybody else get paid pennies and you pocket the money and you go live a lavish life. Like, you know what I mean? But there were a lot of things that happened to a lot of my co-stars, which is why if you watch the show this season, about 6 of us are not returning. And their stories are not mine to tell, but I will tell you this. One of my co-workers was a lead, and they were tricked into being paid $135 per day. That is the rate of an extra, not a lead actor. That's like the minimum SAG rate. Okay? Going into the second season, I was #1 on the call sheet. So, actually, the first season I was #2. So I was right behind Mahogany, played by Pauline, who was incredible. She's an incredible actress. She's on All American now, which is great, especially given what her experience was with A La Carte. But going into the second season, I was #1 on the call sheet, but I didn't know that until I got the call sheet. And when I got the call sheet, my contracts were still being discussed. Production had already started. I'm gonna let y'all decide if that sounds right or not. Make a long story short, discussions between my lawyer and the production just was not going smoothly. Production had already happened, and you know what, the contract that they had sent me did not reflect me being #1 on the call sheet. And so we were trying to get that in order, and production has already started, and they're expecting for me to be on set, but I still don't have my paperwork correct. You know what I mean? Like, my paperwork's still not good. And mind you, they sent my paperwork to me like right before production would start. So that was just, that's not good. That's not a good sign. But then also, y'all, the script, you know, I had asked, after season 1, I had asked that my character be Haitian. I really wanted to speak Creole, you know, and they made Misha Haitian. And Misha then became a singer. But the script was outrageous to me. There are just certain things I'm never going to do on television or on anybody's screen, because #1, your image is used in perpetuity.
I did it. And the best thing about it is I learned how to get paid while doing it in perpetuity. A lot of people don't know that word. Y'all should Google that.
Thank you, Jocelyn. I thought I was pronouncing it. What, perpetuity? I'm sorry, perpetuity. Your image is used in perpetuity during Black Women's, I said, with Spice Month. So yeah, that stuff is gonna be out there forever. And #2, one thing I'm never gonna do is misrepresent the Haitian culture for laughs and entertainment. Hell no. Never gonna do that. Never gonna do that. And there was just certain things that my character was going to have to do that to me was disgusting. And I didn't even get that far in the discussion because production had already started. We're still, going over my contract. And then, she turned into a singer and they wanted original music. And I was like, yeah, so what's the fee? What y'all paying for that? Oh, no, we're not. What? During this strike, have you guys noticed how so many people have come out and said things about how, like, even those people who have done shows where they sing, where they've written and recorded original music, that they didn't get a dime from it? Baby, that's not about to be me. I'm pretty sure y'all have seen that. That's not gonna be me. I have big dreams of being an actress and shoot, being an EGOT one day, but I'm gonna get paid.
To get paid while doing it in perpetuity. A lot of people don't know that word. Y'all should Google that.
I'm going to get paid for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be in my favor. It has to make sense. I'm never going to give original music and not get paid for that. I'm not going to be giving you HBO style sex scenes with a $2 budget. That's not going to happen. And so I decided not to do the show. And so that's why I'm not on the show. First season was not easy. It was my first acting job. It was a lot of stuff that went on there too. Like I said, that's why about 6 of us are not returning. But I'm proud of the work that I did on that show. And I look forward to opportunities that are down the line. I just wanted to share that with y'all because so many people have tagged me and I was just really getting annoyed with that. I'm like, okay, like, y'all motherfuckers, please stop tagging me. I'm trying to forget this season of my life. But yeah, it was rough. It was rough going into the second season, and I knew I had to let that go. And as someone who was #1 on the call sheet, that's a big deal. But one thing about me, y'all, I've never been scared to walk away from anything. Whether it was Love and Hip Hop, whether it's A La Carte, whether it's, if you don't see me somewhere, just know 99% of the time, Jessie chose not to come back. Period. I don't have to deal with unprofessionalism. I don't have to deal with disrespect. Yes, I have big dreams, but I'm going to get them. I'm going to get there the right way. And even if it takes longer, I will get there when I get there. I will get there. I will get there somehow. Cross that mountain, cross that river song. I will get through the night and make it through to the other side. I'm going to get there. 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 And I'm going to get there correctly. I'm going to have my morals intact. And it's going to be good. And I'm willing to fight the long fight. I'm willing to run the marathon. And so for those of you guys who supported me on the show, thank you so much. It's a lot of stuff on down the pipeline for me. So just stay put, keep supporting your sister, and we're going to get there together. All right, let's talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Real Housewives of Atlanta, cancel it. Cancel it. If y'all are not going to completely recast the show, cancel it. It is not entertaining. This is the first season of Real Housewives of Atlanta that I only watched 2 episodes of. It was extremely boring, extremely tiring. The clips that I'm seeing, the conversations are very elementary. Like, it's just whack. It's not enjoyable. I hate it. Recast it. I want totally new cast members. And I don't want to see no Instagram baddies. I don't want to see no hair gurus. Don't want to see no waist trainer gurus. Get me these wives that are married to millionaires. Here's a piece of tea. Now, y'all didn't get this from me, but when I was in New Orleans for Essence, I ran into Dre. And if you're from Atlanta, you know who Dre is. Bitch, we got a man named Dre. And he was on a date down to the 4 Seasons. He was on a date down to the 4 Seasons with Alonzo Mourning's ex-wife. Y'all didn't get that from me. Y'all didn't get that from me. Get Tracy Morgan in this bitch. Get Tracy Morgan in this bitch immediately. Immediately. I'm from Dade County. I grew up in Dade County. Tracy Morning was always that girl. Was always that girl. I don't know how many events I went to just to touch the hem of her garment. Okay? And so when I see her down to the Four Seasons having lunch with Andre, I was like, bitch, what is it? Get her in here. That's what I want to see right there. That's what I want to see. Okay? And maybe Tracy might not do it. Tracy got plenty of money. She got plenty of money like flies. Okay? So she might not do it. This might be a downgrade to her. But I'm just saying, that's the caliber of women I want to see on the show. That's the caliber of women I want to see on the show. Or give me some of these Hawks players, their wives. Give me some of these, all these damn, baseball, all these Dominicans we got down to the damn, what's the people that play the baseball? Like, give me one of these Dominican women on the show. Give me a black Dominican on the show. Give me an Afro-Latina on the show. Like, let's do something different. And if you are going to keep people, keep Candy and Kenya. I love Drew, but watching her these last 3 seasons has been extremely painful.
Like, having Drew sit through the whole Courtney thing, the Courtney storyline is so corny to me. And then having her, like, sing this breakup song to Ralph. Like, are you guys for real? Andy, be for real. Bravo, be for real. That was probably one of the most cringiest things I've ever watched when it comes to reality television. Having her sit there and sing that. And then the whole moment where Kenya failed to subpoena Marlo. Ma'am, it's just been a corny ass season. And this reunion was corny as fuck too. So just recast the shit. This is all corny.
It's been extremely painful. Ralph has done you wrong. And so it's not enjoyable to me. I would keep Manietta. I know a lot of y'all are going to disagree, but I would keep Manietta. Manietta is married. Side note, I went to Manietta's house for Labor Day. She was like, oh, when you pull up to the house, just come to the backyard. I get to the backyard and I see all these white people. I started running a little bit. I'm like, oh my God, like, you know, this is Georgia. Like, you know, okay? So I started running. And I'm like, Manietta, I think I'm at the wrong house. I'm seeing white people. It's just like, but it was the house. I looked on Google Maps. It's the house that she sent me. So as I was walking back up, I said, oh shit, her husband white. Y'all, when I tell you I screamed at myself, and then when she saw my text, she screamed, get Manietta. Manietta, I think y'all did Manietta wrong. There's a lot of exploring to do there, and I think she should be given a right chance. Sheree, to me, it's like Sheree was clocked in at reunion, but Sheree, like your storylines, they just is dead in the water. It's dead in the water. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. It's just, to me, if y'all not gonna just totally recast the show, then just cancel that shit. Cancel that shit, and I don't want to see it no more. The new cast of New York, amazing, amazing. Whoever did that did a fabulous job. Fabulous job. I know a lot of y'all say bring Nene back. Some of y'all saying bring Kim Zolciak back. To be honest, I want to see a new show with Nene, maybe Mariah Huck from American Medicine, throw in Kim. Like, let's do something with them. Maybe put them on a Real Housewives girls trip and see how that goes. What do y'all think about that? Anyway, drop that in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on the subjects that I addressed in this video. And yeah, love you guys. I'm sorry I've been gone for a little minute. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.